Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Chloe. I'm an amenorrhea recovery coach and I help girls struggling with disordered eating, eating disorders, and all those things in between. I help them develop a beautiful relationship with food. If you guys are new here, make sure you take a moment to subscribe, like the video, and let's move on. So this is it, the beginning of a new chapter for me. I made a big decision to move out of my hometown and to move to a new city where I literally don't know a soul. And I did a video about it like a week or two ago, so you can go ahead and you can see the big like life update where I kind of share what kind of spurred this big move. I'm not going to dive into it here, but I did want to make my first official video in my new apartment in Austin. But I did just want to come on here and do an official like I'm here video in Austin. So I am in my new place right now. I absolutely love it. There's tons of windows, tons of light. I filled it with literally a million plants. There's a full-on tree behind me. I am super into minimalistic furniture and just greenery everywhere, and I'm the type of person that literally, like, I took the blinds off, right? Like, I just want sunshine all day long, and I think that's just being someone from Southern California. You get used to being in the sun all the time. So I've been here for a week now, exactly a week, and I've already made quite a few friends. It's been super fun. It's really cool when you have a community that you're a part of. It's like any city that you go to, you can find people who you automatically have a common interest with. So my community is the like ecstatic dancing community. I've been dancing for about 9 years now. I started back when I was in college, and it's just been my medicine. I tell this to like all of my clients. I'm like, dance, dance, dance. Like, learn how to express your emotions via movement in your body, but in a very feminine way, not in a I'm numbing out and just running 10 miles type of way. And so I went to ecstatic dancing yesterday for the first time, got to meet everyone there, and it was just like so fun. Yesterday, I'm going to share this and then we're diving into today's topic, which is going to be really good actually. I'm coming on here and I'm sharing something that we went through in the Get Your Flow On course in the community section. I do these lives every single week, and it's kind of like these group coaching calls, and we dived into this one topic that I was like, I think I should share this with other people. So that's coming in just a second. But I do want to start off by saying this. So I just got to Austin, right? And first thing I do, because I'm an extrovert and I need community, I need people, is I'm going around and I'm like already trying to make all my little friends. And I'm going to share with you my day yesterday because I think it really just showcases the importance of getting to a place of food freedom. So yesterday I had reached out to a person that had visited my hometown actually, and we had a mutual friend and I met her via that, and I thought she was really cool, and we never really stayed in contact after that. But when I moved to Austin, I remembered, I was like, oh my gosh, wait, she was from Austin. I found her Instagram, was able to reach out to her, and we met up for coffee and croissants yesterday morning. And it was just like super fun to, you know, reach out to her again, get to know her. I think she's gonna be a great friend. She's like super rad, like super excited about this connection. And so it was really fun. She invited me to this beautiful little coffee shop called Swedish Hill. If you're from Austin or if you've been here, you might know it. It's really cute, delicious food. I will definitely be back there many times, that's for sure. So we met together and we had like a 2-hour like beautiful little, you know, breakfast time. And then, like I said, I went to ecstatic dance, and after ecstatic dance, I got invited to go to lunch with people. And then after lunch, I had a coffee date with someone like right after. So we went and got coffee and like a muffin and stuff like that. And that was my day just yesterday. And I ate out 3 times with people. And like the way that I made friends yesterday was by eating with people. Since I've been here, I've been on 5 dates already. I've been here for a week and I've already been on 5 dates, and every single one of them has ended up at a restaurant, grabbing food, grabbing tacos, something like that, right? And it's like, this is why I recovered personally, because I was like, I want to be able to say yes to these opportunities, to meet new people, to have experiences. And food freedom, like not having a strict dietary regime, is what allows me to say yes to these things. If I was still trying to be vegan, or if I was, oh my gosh, I'm doing like high carb, low fat, or I'm doing raw till 4, if I'm doing any of these type of things, I wouldn't have been able to easily say yes to any of these opportunities, meaning I wouldn't be building friendships and community. And if we look at the social determinants of health, I studied public health when I went to university, and we looked at like, okay, what makes someone healthy? What like are the things that really matter when we look at like someone's longevity? And community is literally one of the top ones. People who have a strong community, who feel a sense of belonging, they are the ones who tend to live longer. We are communal human beings. We are not meant to be alone. We're meant to feel supported by our tribe. And so we need to create that. And eating is how we do that a lot of the time. It's one of the first things that we say. Oh wow, hi, you're new to the city, let's go out to lunch. Oh wow, let me take you out to dinner. It's like, that's what we do. And so it was a big push for me to have food freedom so that I could get back into creating community. So that's just a little like, if you guys are sitting there being like, no, you know what, I think I'm okay with just continuing on my restrictive dieting and it's really not impacting me that much, and who cares if I don't have a period because I don't want to get pregnant. I want you to just think again. First off, I have my things to say about, I don't like need my period right now, so it's fine. I'm like, you always need your period regardless of your pregnancy goals. You always need a period. That's just for your overall health and well-being, guys, both mentally and physically. But if you're kind of like trying to justify restriction and staying where you're at, which is something that I did a million times, right? I want to kind of call you out on that and be like, is it actually really worth it? Or would you rather have a fulfilling life? And that's where I got to. One last thing, and then we're diving into the thing, because this goes straight into it. So I was on the Get Your Flow On course community this morning, and one of the girls said, she was like, I'm really, I really want to do recovery, but I'm really afraid of weight gain, which is, classic. Everyone, right? Like, this is not news to me that like someone's afraid of weight gain. But I responded to her, I was like, okay, let's just for a second, like, let's completely put weight gain to the side. Like, whoop, we're not even thinking about weight gain, right? And let's just look at the facts of like what happens when your body is well nourished. One, your body temp increases, which is great. So if you're feeling cold all of the time, that actually really ends up ruining your life. You're like constantly searching for heat and sun, and it's like all you can think about. And it blocks you from doing a lot of things because you're like, I'm just too cold to do that. So body temp will increase. You'll have your mental clarity back. You won't be thinking about food all day long anymore. You'll have the ability to, think about bigger and grander things other than the calories of your almond butter that you had that morning. You'll have your hormones back, right? So your fertility, your hormones will be all balanced, and that aids in you feeling juicy and sexy and confident and good. Like, going through that whole process of ovulation is such just a beautiful cycle. You really do feel so amazing during that ovulation time, where it's like, wow, like I feel like a goddess, right? Your sex drive is high, like you're feeling really, really good. Which is another thing. You'll finally get a sex drive back, right? You'll want to be intimate with people. A lot of my clients, they tell me they find themselves even, outside of just being like sexual with someone, they're just like, ugh, don't hug me, don't touch me, like, ugh. Like one of my clients said the other day, she was like, I was in the kitchen and I was cooking and my husband came over and he just like wanted a hug and he tried to hug me and I was like, stop it, I'm trying to cook this right now. And she's just like, I hate that I did that. But like, that's what happens when our hormones are off and when we're in this malnourished state, is that we get very closed off and very like, ugh, stop it, leave. I can't be open and intimate with you right now. And so you have that will happen. You will have better digestion. Malnutrition, energy debt, it wreaks havoc on your digestion. You start nourishing yourself better and you're gonna have way better digestion. So you're not gonna be gassy anymore. You're not gonna be bloated all the time. So it's like, I could go on and on and on and on, right? We could talk about hair, we could talk about your skin feeling hydrated instead of very dry and crackly. We could talk about a million things. So I'm like, okay, let's just take those things right there. Let's focus on those things. Do you really think that when you have all of those things, right? Now your hair's not falling out, now your digestion's better, your energy's more sustained, you're sleeping better, you're not peeing all the time, you're warm, you have a sex drive, you want to be intimate, you feel more open. Okay, you have all of that. Do you really think that you're not going to be happy? Or happier than what you are now? It's like, we gotta ask ourselves that, like, really? Really? I think I'm gonna get all those amazing things and all of a sudden, like, nope, so unhappy because I gained a little weight. Personally, for me, it's like, those things outweigh the weight gain. So we need to focus more on those things and stop focusing so much on the weight gain. Like, focus on the things that you are getting, yes, from the weight gain, but don't be focusing on that because you're fearing weight gain right now. So you've got to be focusing on, yeah, that's right, I'm gonna have all those things, I have to feel better, right? It's like, don't let the ED like do weird things in your mind that make you think, oh, it's gonna be worse. There's mosquitoes everywhere in Austin, and they're in my house, and I hate them. I see them everywhere. Anyway, sorry. So now let's go to the real message of what I wanted to share today. This is going to be short, sweet, to the point. Let's get this video done. We're talking on the live the other day, the group coaching in my recovery community. If you're interested in joining, you're more than welcome. It's a beautiful community. There's 70 women now. Like, that just amazes me. There are 70 women in the Get Your Flow On course, and we all gather every single day in the community, and we do group lives, we do eat with me's, we do all these things. So in this group live, we were talking about exercise, and one of the girls had gotten her period back, and then she jumped into exercise too soon, like a couple days later, and then her second period never came. And she was like, I'm just sick of like waiting for my life to begin. I just want to get back to normal. I just want to get back to all of these things, right? And she's like, I'm just waiting, and I don't like that. And I was like, oh, I feel like so many of us are just in this waiting game with recovery. Like, we go through recovery and it's almost like we're just in this waiting room. You ever go to the dentist and they sit you in a waiting room for literally like an hour, and you're thinking to yourself, like, why on earth did you like make my appointment 11 when you really could only see me at 12? But no one likes sitting in a waiting room. It's boring, it's monotonous, it's just like, there's nothing to do. And so, like, of course, when you're sitting in the waiting room, you're like, come on, I just want to see the dentist. Even if you don't want to see the dentist, you're like, let's get it over with, I just want to see the dentist. And that's how I feel like a lot of people do recovery, is that they're just like, it's just a waiting room. It's just this like awful place that I have to be in before I get to this land of recovery. And I really want people to start switching their perception of this, because I think that's damaging a lot of people, because they don't go out and live life and have fun and do these things because they think that they're just in this waiting room and they can't do anything. But I'm like, yeah, well, that's why recovery sucks, because you're not doing anything with your life. Like, you literally are sitting there counting down the days until you can go back to the gym. And I'm like, that's not recovery. Recovery is learning how to create a beautiful life without the gym. Sure, you can go back to the gym once you're fully recovered and you have a healthy relationship with it, but like, don't be going through recovery just waiting until you can go back to eating normal and go back to going to the gym and go back to blah, blah, blah. First off, I want to say that it's not really go back to eating normal, it's discovering what normal is, because we weren't doing normal when we were restricting. But yeah, I see people just wasting this time away, thinking that they can't do anything in their life because they are recovering. My approach has always been, start living your life and you will become recovered. Like, start meeting people at cafes in the morning, go to a singing class, take a drawing class, start hosting like parties at night, start going out and dancing into the wee hours of the morning. Like, start doing these things that are just living. Focus on a new career path, focus on building your business, focus on whatever it is. Like, put your energy towards something. Don't be in this weird waiting room. Like the person I was talking to in the group live, she's like, I just go to work and then I sit down on the couch and like wait for the day to be over. And I'm like, cool. So no wonder you kind of hate where you are right now. Like, you're not doing anything fun. And so I told her, I was like, listen, like, you got your first period back, you are starting to feel more like awake hormonally and everything. I'm like, you have a husband. I'm like, go and have, you know what, with your husband. Go create intimacy. Go join a new club, a new group. Go meet your friends somewhere. Go do something with this time that you have. Don't just sit on the couch. Now, I'm not making people feel bad for sitting on the couch, right? Okay, that's not the point of this, okay? Yesterday was like, when I came home from all of the things that I did, I literally just the rest of the day literally sat on my couch and was like, I just want to scroll Instagram and just kind of like, you know, spend the rest of the day being very, very chill. I'm not saying that that's bad at all. Okay, and yes, we need rest when we're recovering and a lot of sleep and a lot of naps and things like that. Okay, so it's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying overall, are you sitting in this waiting room of like waiting for your life to begin once you are like in this recovered place? And I just, in my experience of working with literally hundreds of women at this point, going through this whole journey, you don't just get to recovered and then life. Wow, it's like you have to start creating life right now in your recovery. And it's a fun time of exploration, and that's what helps you really start healing from the disordered eating and from the unhealthy relationship with exercise, is that you start making your life so amazing and so great outside of the dieting and the exercise and all of that. And that's what allows you to then go back to, say, the gym and have it be something that is actually healthy and supportive for you now, because guess what? You have a life outside of the gym, and your life is not just going to the gym. Does that make sense? This video is getting way too long. We went in depth in this conversation and had a lot of back and forth talking. I know the girls really, really well in the community. That's just like the beauty of it, is that I get to spend a lot of time with them. So if you're wanting to have these type of conversations and really dive a lot deeper into this, then join the Get Your Flow On course. We'd love to have you there. It's such a beautiful recovery community. A lot of the girls, like one of the girls that is in the course right now, she messaged me and she's like, wow, Chloe, like I didn't realize that I wasn't really doing recovery like I should have been. Like, I'm watching all these other girls and the freedom that they are having and like the challenges that they're creating for themselves, and I'm realizing I never did that. And I kind of just slowly got myself to like better place, but I'm realizing, oh my gosh, I created a larger prison cell for myself, and that like they are really challenging themselves way more than I ever did, and I need to push through for my next level. And I'm like, yeah, that's the beauty of recovery, is you start like seeing those things of like, oh my gosh, wow, they're doing this, she just went 4 months without exercise, like, wow, I went 3 days. Maybe I need to challenge myself a little bit more. Maybe this isn't, maybe I didn't go all the way with recovery. So it's always just so helpful to have so many people around you who are in this journey who can really help and support you through it, and it can help push you to the next level. I think that's the most beautiful thing, and give you that support. So many of the girls are like, help, I need help right now. I'm about to go to dinner with my in-laws and I'm so confused as to what to eat. And to have like 10 or 12 responses in the matter of like a minute come at you before this dinner, it's like, wow, that helps, right? And it's like, if you're nervous at the dinner, you can go to the bathroom, message everyone real quick, and have that immediate, like, it's okay, calm down, you're good, we got you, I've done the same thing, just focus on this, just do this, blah, blah, blah. That to me has been just like the beauty of the whole group, is seeing how everyone steps in and just supports each other. Because this is a big deal. Recovery is a big deal, guys. Like, I hope you guys understand that, like, this is huge. It's a big thing. I sometimes look back at what I did, I'm like, I can't believe that I did that. Like, I really actually can't believe that I did it. It was quite an insane, very up and down journey. And luckily I had an amazing family who really supported me with that. But I know that a lot of my ups and downs could have been mitigated if I had a community that I could just jump into anytime I needed. So the link is down there below, or you can always send me an email, or you can hop on over on Instagram and you can send me a DM. I answer all of them over there. That's it for this video. Again, make sure that you like it. It really helps out. Like, I really appreciate you guys who like the videos. And then make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and I'll be out with my next video soon. So I will see you guys later.